Let us get it rolling, buddy. That's embarrassing. Not on the job. That's so unprofessional. Let me put this flask away here. What's going on here? Welcome, Dutch. Thank you. Welcome to the Inside Star Citizen Review. We're having a party here. That was apple juice, by the way. Welcome to the Inside Star Citizen Review. Tonight, we have a very special appearance made by Jumptown 2.0. I'm very excited about it. As you can see, the no-no spot completely engaged. If we had a no-no cam, I think we are going to raise money for a no-no cam, so you guys can see the level of excitement that happens. Not much to see down there. Not much to see at all. All right, let's see here. What do we got? Inside Star Citizen. Oh, I can't wait. I see 2 point. I see it on there, and no spot is rocketing.
There's a type of vehicle in Star Citizen which is very unique and has the potential to really be a special, fast, visceral experience that just you can't get with a lot of other vehicles. And so the grav-lev experience is going to really go a step up with this.
Okay, they're listening to
me. The current state of grav-lev is a little rough. We have such a wide variety of planets that the existing grav-lev just doesn't cope particularly well in a lot of the common situations you might find on planets.
It's like they watched the show.
We have it getting stuck on geometry and being flung into space and glitching into things and having all sorts of hilarious physics bugs that may be funny, but they don't really make the experience very fun or enjoyable.
Gravitas.
So this quarter, we finally got time to really dive into grav-lev and really figure out what it's going to take to make it what we really want it to be. One of the first things we focused on with grav-lev is this new specialized suspension system, which is a little bit like a car, but it's doubly disconnected from the bike to make it really feel like it's hovering.
Yes.
The largest benefit we've gotten from this new suspension system is we can orient and move the bike somewhat independently of the suspension in ways that we were never able to do before with the old grav-lev.
Good.
The next step is to use this new suspension system to implement a whole host of improvements to the stability of the bikes. So they're not going to bottom out, they're not going to bump into the ground, they're not going to crash off rocks and lose control, they're not going to go flying off into space, which really makes the whole experience much smoother, much less glitchy, much more reliable.
This is going to make traveling over terrain that is very rocky, very nice. That has been one of the things that has been very difficult. The flight experience with grav-lev has been very difficult. Yes, I'm feeling that. Thank you so much. A lot of apple juice going on today. Gotta drink my apples. Oh my!
So once we've got this super stable suspension implemented, we can implement some improvements to the actual control of the bike. So the turn friction for making maneuvers is improved.
Nice.
And we can also implement things like better height control.
Nice.
And that will have differences in the handling of the bike that you can feel a lot more than you used to be able to.
This is a great comment. Damon is correct. We want the experience, the flight experience, also the grav-lev. We want this flight experience polished and buffed and smooth, just like this. Look, this is what we want. See here, Cloud Imperium? Look at this. This is the level of excellence that we are looking for, okay? Remember this. In fact, if somebody could just, screenshot this right now, just screenshot. Wait, hold on. We'll point right there so we can see the shine and the buff. You understand? That we want a screenshot of this right now. We are going to send this to the Cloud Imperium developers. I know Donnie, and I'll send that to Donnie. There we go. That's my ad placement.
And they've implemented is a thing called anti-fall, which effectively kicks in to arrest the bike's fall when you fall from a great height. So if you do big jumps off dunes on Daymar, the bike doesn't crash into the ground now. When you get back to the ground, it much more aggressively stops itself, prevents itself from crashing.
I'm
Last,
very
but
happy to
certainly
see
not
this.
least, we have this amazing feature where if you power off the bike or you get off the bike, the suspension will intelligently sort of relax the bike down.
Ooh, okay. All right.
And similarly, when you get on the bike, it will softly ramp in the suspension so that the bike will sort of softly lift up and you're ready to go on your adventure.
Okay. I'm feeling that.
I'm hoping that
Improvements.
the combination of all of these new features and improvements really make
Helps.
this
Yeah.
a lot better. And
He's part of the flight team. He's part of the flight experience team. In fact, he's the lead of the flight experience team. And part of me, I forget his name. I know they just put it on here, but I have been very confident that this guy is going to continue the work that's needed to improve the flight experience. Now, Black Maze, who is an acquaintance of mine and a content creator on YouTube, I think he has around 17,000 subscribers. Really, really nice dude. Is doing a wonderful series right now. Plug out to Black Maze. And he's doing a series on the flight experience. In fact, his first video was about VTOL and how he believes VTOL can improve. And I highly recommend this to everybody watching right now. His name is Black Maze, and he's going to do a series dedicated to the flight experience, which I think is going to prove very, very useful for the developers working on the flight experience team. I would highly recommend, and I know this gets out to Cloud Imperium, that you guys do check that out, because he has brought up great points. We just watched on this morning's stream some really great points he had about VTOL, how we do miss it from 3.6. The hardcore members, the hardcore citizens, we remember 3.6. We remember VTOL. We remember how it was difficult to learn at first, but once you did, it had a lot of realism to the flight experience. A lot of us do want that back, or some version of it. And he also talked about automation of thrusters, and how VTOL could be modified so that the telemetry, so that essentially the thrusters move automatically. Now, some people were for that, some people were against it, but it was a really great discussion we had this morning. So just wanted to throw that in there.
it's been a personal hope of mine for quite some time that I've been able to do this rework, because grav-lev just has such potential for such amazing moments. And I know when it's used, for example, in the Daymar Rally, it's just such a cool sci-fi vehicle, and it's been my wish for quite some time that we can make that experience, as good as it can get.
These new grav-lev improvements coming online in Alpha 3.16 aim to finally fulfill the unique promise inherent in vehicles like the Dragonfly, the Nox, the X1, and the upcoming... Coming up next, let's look at the return of the Jumptown Wars, also coming in Alpha 3.16.
When Jumptown 2 activates, there are now 3 drug labs where this event can happen. Jumptown, Raven's Roost,
Hold on.
and
Let's really appreciate this. Like, what is this dance? What am I doing here? This is the white man dance. Like, this is the whitest dance I've ever seen in my life. I have the soul of a black man, by the way. I can dance, just so you guys know. Like, this was just for show. This is just like, that was corny dancing. Apologies.
Paradise Cove to create a much more engaging, persistent universe. What is Jumptown 2.0? It's the event that we're putting out that is the officialization of a community event that happened a few years ago, where due to a bug, a location became immensely profitable that was also very conducive to player versus player combat.
We can see you, Grizz.
We are now taking that concept and turning it into a much more developed mission that we are officially supporting. When Jumptown 2 activates, a mission will be distributed out to players. This mission comes in 2 varieties. One is the criminal side and one is the lawful side. If you are actively having a crime stat, you will see a notification popping up letting you know that Rudo has contacted you. He wants to sell you some information on a really lucrative drug opportunity. The big thing here is that when you go and collect these for Rudo, you will take those drugs and sell them at Grimhex.
Oh, hey, by the way, it seems like there might be some problems with the chat right now. Apologies. Anarchy, you are now a moderator, buddy. And I think you might have tapped a button inadvertently, which threw the chat nexus into a portal or a multiverse of unknown origins. So I think maybe that might have been Anarchy, who is just experimenting with his moderator powers. Yeah, like I will have to look into that, because I believe the Anarchy basically bumped his elbow into something he shouldn't have. So my apologies for, he's new and he's trying, maybe he didn't realize he was doing it. So Anarchy, if you're, there we go. Look at this. He's on it. But he fixed it faster than Pepe. Here, hold on. He did fix it faster than Pepe. Thanks, Grizz, for bringing it to my attention. We did lose 10 people because of Anarchy's accidental elbow. It's okay. Pepe, I'm not yelling at him because he's done a lot of work for this channel, okay? All right, Pepe, don't give me guff, Pepe. Why am I not yelling at Anarchy like I yell at you? Because you're here in my basement. You live in my basement, Pepe. You understand there's a difference between Anarchy and you, okay? No, it's not a racist thing. No, it isn't. So you're going to pull the racist card, Pepe? Are you kidding me? How long have I known you for? And you're going to do that? How dare you, Pepe? How dare you? Oh my God, what I'm dealing with Pepe right now is ridiculous. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. Thank you, Anarchy, for fixing that. Pepe, do something useful. Unbelievable. Thank you, Anarchy, for fixing
that. For
Don't
the
pay any
legal
attention
side
to
of
Pepe.
things, when you are confiscating that contraband, you are going to be taking them back to the lower Earth orbit station for that security company and selling it to their admin office.
That's interesting.
We have actually put in some new tech that makes it so that while you are contracted for that security company, any police that pull you over will see that you have this contraband, but also that you have a temporary license for carrying it because we've been deputized. And so they will tell you to just go on your way.
Attention.
Oh, I
Please
love
come
it.
to an immediate halt and hold for your vessel to be scanned.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
All right. Everything checks out. Feel free to go.
Another is
Wow.
that we added the ability for the shops where you can sell these things to be modified during it, so that you won't be running out of inventory anytime soon during a fire sale like this. The general flow of the mission is as follows. You will see a notification popping up informing you that you have a mission available. When you accept that mission, you will receive 2 markers. One marker will be pointing you to a location where you can sell the drugs. The other marker will be pointing you to a drug lab where those drugs are being automatically produced every X amount of seconds.
Oh, it's going to get
It's worth noting that you
very
don't need
spicy.
to have a mission in order to interface with this event. It's just that these markers are the benefit of accepting the mission.
Oh, it's going to get spicy.
During that time, everyone else on the server is also aware of this high-value location. And it is very likely that they will be landing and
Jumptown's back on
contesting
the menu,
doing so.
boys.
Since the original Jumptown, there have of course been a bunch of changes to the Persistent Universe sandbox. We have tanks, we have ballistas, we have ground vehicles galore. We also have a whole bunch more drop ships and varieties of ways to assault these drug labs. And as a result of that, we wanted to do a bit of an update to the gameplay spaces that they provided.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Theaters of War. This is all you need. This is Theaters of War. You understand? But what happened to Theaters of War? Jumptown 2.0.
Jumptown 2 is set to release with 3.16.0. We're going to be running it on a schedule during winter break. We're really looking forward to seeing you all get to kill each other and steal a whole bunch of drugs during this. And we hope that you have a great time with this little callback to a great moment in Star Citizen history.
It is
so what did we learn this week?
Moment.
Well, we learned that there's a new and
Listen, this is huge. This is huge for the game. This is absolutely huge. I love what they inserted into the design here. I think it's going to definitely make it a more dangerous place. I'm down for it. I love what they did here. And it is going to be a lot more fun with Jumptown back in this capacity. And like they said, with additional vehicles, man, oh my God, think about how many more vehicles have been added since the original Jumptown. Ground vehicles, the amount of ships that have been added, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Oh, it's going to be crazy.
Exciting second life for our grav-lev vehicles on the way. That Jumptown will be joined by Raven's Roost and Paradise Cove for lucrative business opportunities and exciting new PvP encounters alike. And that if you want to learn more about the upcoming, you should follow along with this year's exciting Luminalia festivities. Yes, it's an exciting time for celebration and giving thanks. And we're going to do both with our community beginning today. Check out the RobertSpaceIndustries.com website for more details.
All right, I'm curious.
I'm Jared Huckabee. This is Inside Star Citizen. I said that backwards. We'll see you all next week.
Obviously, it's a vehicle with grav-lev capability. I'm very curious what they're talking about on that. Very curious. Very, very curious.